and welcome to another Caffeinated Entertainment video. It's Art here with a book review for Tana French's The Secret Place. This, first let me explain what challenges this completed in the month of March for me. That is, it completed the Foreign March Mystery Madness tag, and it was also my tangential way of participating in the Irish read-along in the month of March. It was the book with the green on the cover. It was written by a female author, and it was written in the last 10 years. So it had 3 of those. Now let me explain. I love the Dublin Murder Squad series, and I love the way Tana French writes. She writes excellently. It's very well written. It's in-depth. The world itself comes alive. You feel like you're in Dublin. It helps that in the audiobooks, they get a female narrator and a male narrator who are both Irish, so that helps. So they pronounce things correctly. That helps. Even people who are from America like myself, that helps. And I'm sure that is nice to hear from anybody who's Irish, to hear somebody Irish talking about Ireland. I certainly wouldn't want somebody from Africa talking about America, for instance, if they had never been here. So I'm sure that's very, very helpful. Now, where this book goes right is the murder is involved, and the murder is very interesting. The murder is involved, and it's very interesting, and it is what really kept me in this book. What's wrong with this book is everything else around the murder. It felt very Mean Girl-ish. It felt very high schoolish. And I didn't want to... There were times where I found it hard to keep going and keep reading the book because there were parts in the book that just made me want to stop reading and put it down. And whenever I find myself wanting to put down a book, I know the book has made some kind of misstep somewhere. Now, the great thing about the Dublin Murder Squad series is each book follows a different detective, so each book will be different. So I can tell you that I will be continuing on with the series. This will not turn me off of the series, and I do believe I have one more left to read, the newest one, The Trespassing. I did like the butting of the heads of a lot of the characters, a lot of the recurring characters. I just wasn't into the Mean Girl high school aesthetic because I've been out of high school for quite almost 2 decades now. So I didn't like the whole high school aesthetic, and that really drug the book down in the mud for me. That really just destroyed the book for me. The plot's very intricate, and I like that. I like how the characters and the setting the setting itself is a character in and of itself, which is amazing. Like, just to get that level of in-depthness, that level of care about a series is simply top-notch. It's just great. But everything else around it kind of just drug it down. There were many times when I zoned out. Case in point, there was a section of the book where a group of people were named after a character from a popular science fiction show, and I didn't understand why they were named that way. Maybe she explained it, maybe she didn't. I must have zoned out when I was listening to it and reading it, because I did try to read it as well in this Mammoth book trade paperback. So I guess I can say this book was super duper disappointing. It was I wanted to like it more than I did, but to me it was run-of-the-mill average. That's why I have to give it a read it on my scale, because it's in the series, you might as well read it. It's book 4. But on the GoodReads scale of stars, I'm giving it a 3 out of 5, because it's just not, it's average at best. The parts that are great, but the parts that are below par are well below par. So with that said, I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to see more videos like this, or if you've read this book or this series, let me know what you thought down below. I'm more than willing to have a polite, respectful discussion down below about anything. And if there's another series that you can recommend that is like this series, leave that in the comments down below as well. Until next time, happy reading, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.